and gentlemen, thank you for joining us. This is Pastor Rosemary coming to you from Ansara Angels Ovid. Now, as for the general 2015 energy, this is the year when God separates the sheep from the goats. The genetic seed will be delivered via the institutions set up as the world systems. We're going to talk about the God gene. This is going to be, 2015 is going to be the year of the God gene. The VMAT2 gene or God gene will be reduced or obliterated to force compliance in a docile world population. These institutions are going to they're going to become godlike. And persons sealed by God as gentle and wafflers, just however the wind blows, that's what I'm going to do. They will be spared. Their physical lives will be spared. Those sealed by the beast as non-compliant goats will be spared, for they do not comply with the beast's system. Those goats, conversely, who comply with the beast will be destroyed by Jesus Christ. This is where some things you see in pop culture, like Lady Gaga, that has to do with genetics. That has to do with specific genetics. You will be assigned, people will be assigned per their genetics. There will be food provided for the strong and no food or less nutritious food provided for the weak. Now, to get more specific about what this GA, going gaga, what that means, and why there's a lot of genetics and imagery of eugenics associated with pop culture in this particular area. Okay, adenine and cytosine and guanine and finally thymine are the four nucleobases that are found in DNA. Now, adenine always pairs with thymine. So A and T always pair together. Whereas cytosine always pairs with guanine. So C and T always pair together. Excuse me. C and G always pair together. Excuse me. So C and G pair together. Cytosine and guanine. And A and T always pair together. That's adenine or adenine and thymine. Always pair together. A and T. Okay. This is where if you're going to get creative with God's creation, if indeed the angels who wanted to do it their own way and improve on what God made to try to get rid of disease and try to get rid of deformities, but also try to heal these things, not just get rid of people, but heal people who have diseases and reestablish or create something where someone who's been injured can be restored to proper form and full form and function, then we got to get creative with the genes, with the genetics, with the chromosomes. We got to, so when you start getting creative and you start trying to find a way to pair up guanine or guanine and adenine or adenine, try to put the G and A together, then you're getting creative. And this is what's going on in 2015. And if you think this hasn't already been done, you're not paying attention. All right, this is about the 2015 blood moons, the last 2 blood moons in the tetrad. Of the 4 blood moons, what a tetrad is, 4 blood moons that began on April 15th, 2014, and on that day, did anything happen? What happened on that day was the U.S. threatened new sanctions on Russia, and there was a lot of there was a great increase in the number of worldwide killings of environmental activists on that day. Also, there was in Nigeria there was a bus bomb that had wounded or injured 71,124 people. So these you can see what kind of things start to, and things kind of accelerate and it adds on. Yeah. Now, on October 8th, 2014, that blood moon, there was an Ebola scare where the passenger got sick on a flight out of Dallas. It was kind of the beginning of this Ebola thing. And also on that day, the CDC issued a checklist on how to respond to Ebola patients. Also on that day, FBI posted a clip on their website of ISIS. They posted an ISIS video on the FBI website. So that's what happened. Now, the 4/15/14 blood moon, that was Passover, and October 8th, 2014, that was Sukkot. If you look at the Hebrew calendars, they also fall on Islamic holy days. See, because Islamic and Hebrew calendars are more based on, they're kind of lunar, they're based on the motions of the moon, yeah? Whereas other religions are more based on the sun and other planets as well. They're all very complicated, but everybody has their own thing. And some religions, they do have rituals and feast days, but they're hidden or they become esoteric. Because if you pay attention, there are rituals on, there was a ritual on that day that the Catholic Church held, but they don't announce it. And it's simply a day of prayer. It's very, anyway. All right. Now, the blood moons for 2015 are on April 4th, 2015. That's a lunar eclipse, a total lunar eclipse. It'll be the 3rd blood moon in the tetrad. This hasn't happened since the 6-Day War in 1967, these kind of blood moons. And these tetrads, they of course are going to happen now and again, because a lunar eclipse must take place at a full moon, and a solar eclipse must take place at a new moon. So The total lunar eclipse will be visible, this blood moon, on April 4th, 2015. It'll be visible in Asia, Australia, the Pacific, and the Americas, and it'll last for 3 hours and 29 minutes. And the eclipse will be total for 5 minutes. The fourth one in this tetrad will be on September 28th, 2015. And it'll be visible in Australia, the Pacific, the Americas, with a duration of 3 hours and 20 minutes. And the eclipse will be total for 1 hour and 12 minutes. So that'll be, again, the fourth blood moon in this tetrad. Now, the moon rules over the sign of Cancer. Cancer, the crab, or in the ancient Egyptian system, the scarab, the beetle that is known for resurrection, to die and then be resurrected. And it also represents, Holy Mother Mary. But there's a lot of various mythology associated with these things, no matter what religion or pantheon you're studying. And just because something's mythology, we're not saying it's not true. We're just talking about different cultures' pantheons. That's all. So these blood moons are obviously doing something, of course. But remember, Christ did say that whatever you hold true on earth, I will hold true in heaven. So what we do on earth does matter. We can move the heavens by our behavior. We behave well, and what's already going on is going to be moved into a positive way of expression. If we do things poorly and in a negative outlook, then when these things occur in the heavens, it's going to have a negative effect. So everybody needs to just do the best they can to be as positive as they can, so these things have a positive effect rather than a negative effect. Okay. Thank you. This is the end of the blood moon portion of this presentation. This is Pastor Rosemary, coming to you from Ansara Angels Ave. Thank you for joining us. We'll see you soon.